Let's begin the reading here. Dragon Ball Super manga. I have not read really any Dragon Ball manga. I've been putting this off for a while. I'm late to the show. I only watched the anime. But it's taking too long for the new one to come out, so I guess I'm gonna read it. Kind of don't want to, but I can't wait. I can't wait anymore, I'll tell you. Alright, so let's see here. I'm gonna continue right where the anime leaves off here. That's the plan. That's the plan. Just read it. I have to return this tomorrow, so I can always get it back. I'm lazy. So I just read it one day. One sitting. So where's the end of the tournament? I don't know what the difference is. There's some minor differences in the manga and the anime, so... Oh, it looks weird. Jiren looks like a Pokemon here. Oh man, there's a lot of reading. Who reads anymore? Not me. Let's read now. Okay, so where's the end of the tournament? That's where I want to continue. Where's like the first book? Alright, so here it is, somewhere over here. The end of the tournament. Everyone goes home. True. That's the end. Everyone's going home. I'm sure Bulma would be willing to give you one. We have more ships than we could ever use. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Let me go back a little. Something's different here. Alright, so right after the dragon wishes it. Every warrior and god was brought back to life. Okay, yep. Okay, there's her. Wait, left to right, that's from the top. Wait, right to left. That wish was has elevated Universe 7 in the rankings. It's now third from the bottom. Prepare yourselves, everyone, as you will now be returned to your home universes. Vegeta's like, what? He's laughing at Frost. Honestly, Frost should just be happy he's back. We shall meet again, Son Goku. You bet. Zoom. Zoomy. Why'd you change your wish, 17? Thought you wanted a big ship or something. I just did. Who's talking here? Oh, mostly I didn't want those little imps to have their way with things. You mean the lords of everything? Where do I go here? Do I go here or to the bottom? For our universe's sake. Okay, that's not it. We have more ships than we could ever use. I'm sure Bulma would be willing to give you one. You mean it? It's nothing. For our universe's savior. For our universe's savior. Wow. Vegeta, what's wrong with you, man? What's going on? Alright, what's going on here, Frieza? On a more important note, Son Goku, do I do the Linda Young Frieza or the other guy? He actually died recently. I believe you promised that I would be revived after this. Okay, so in the anime, he was revived instantly. That's weird. Sure thing, just gotta gather up the Dragon Balls real quick. As you do. Whis is like, okay, Whis is like, yo, what up? Poof. Does this mean you've come back to life? Oh, wait, is Goku saying that? That's weird. A gift from Lord Beerus. That was a fine strategy. Oh. Frieza's like, oh my god. Are you quite sure about this? I have every intention of perpetrating more evil. And when that time comes, I'll beat you again. Shwoom. Shorma. Capsule Corporation. You're back and in one piece. No, not one piece. Frieza returned to his own planet, by the way. Zoom. With Whis. Apparently, that's weird. That's kind of weird looking. That's weird. Frieza just leaves. Frieza just leaves. Look at this dude. Alright. And 17 went to his island. I said homeland. Oh boy, that Jiren guy was strong enough, though. Yes, we couldn't put a dent in him. Just shows you how big the universes really are. Not just the universes, I mean, take 17, number 17. The guy doesn't do much of anything, and he's somehow just about as strong as us. That's pretty much Dragon Ball in a nutshell. That's how it works, though. Camera's messing up. I have multiple cameras. That's a professional setup. This is a big event. Alright, where were we? The Princess Bride. Oh yes, I remember. Where were we? Alright, so far it's completely different than the anime. Where were we? It's about to get weird, isn't it? Okay, Frieza left. Right, okay. Doesn't do anything. At least the man can hold down a steady job, unlike a couple of Saiyans I know. Wait, 17 has a job? The island guy? Oh! Wow. You did, why did you bring him up? Wait, who's, oh yeah, okay. Bulma still hasn't forgiven me for promising him that ship without asking first. Sorry. Goku's face, he's got the tongue out. That's a cool face. Alright, so what's going on here? Later, Vegeta. We should train together sometime. Fleeing now, are you? He's angry about it. Fleeing now, are you? And I know... Wait. Frick. Wait, he curses here? Oh no, Flick. Flick? Oh, he's like teleporting away. Wait, I know Bulma. Am I reading this right? I know, Bulma. Allow me to change Bra's diapers. I know, Bulma. Wait, what the hell? I'll even heat up her milk. Everything was back to normal on Earth and the Universe 12 for a time. That looks like Alaska. I mean, like Pluto or something. Wait, what? Ah, whatever, who cares? We got a lot of stuff to do. Yo, what's going on here? Except for the fact that Frieza is still a peepee head. Has been revived. Is that his grandma? The next spot of trouble caused by Frieza is a tale for another time. I wonder if this is before the movie. That's cool. Suffice it to say, our two Saiyans emerged from those events stronger than ever. So they don't show that at all. All right. Well, this is not gaming on TikTok. This is reading a book. Is that a thing? No. Nobody does this. Nobody cares. Chat? It's a one-way chat, though. Does that still count? Fandom? Could be fandom. I'll go with that. Alright, so what's going on here? And so time passed. Tell me about it. Wow, the drawings look good here. Where have you been? Oh, you know. Anyway, we gonna train or what? Not here. The neighbors would complain. Let's use the gravity room. Wow, they actually training. Look at that. Without like a terrible thing going on. To need it to be. So what happened with you and Ultra Instinct? Nothing much. Haven't pulled it off since the tournament. So you can't tap into it at will? What a useless technique. What a useless technique. Guess not. No shortcuts in training, huh? Just gotta keep grinding away. Especially because... Wait, who's saying that? Vegeta was saying that? No, that was Goku. Especially because I never intend to fight side by side with you again. Fine by me, because I prefer to take on enemies by myself. Vegeta, Son Goku, can you come outside? We've got an urgent call from Hercule. Huh? Hercule? Oh, Hercule? Hercule. Well, this is fantastic. Yeah, that's where the anime ended right there, pretty much. Same kind of thing. Creak! You gotta oil those doors, Bulma. What are you doing? What's up, Bulma? I'm not quite sure yet. Some mysterious gang showed up at Hercule's place. I thought I said palace. And it sounds like they're kidnapping Boo. Kidnapping Boo. Kidnapping Boo. Surely you jest. It's easy to forget, but that creature is incredibly powerful. So we're looking at new villains? New villains? He's more serious here, I don't know why. We're looking at gangsters? Don't know, hard to say. I'm not sensing any powerful energy signatures. Guess we better go check it out. We better go check it out. What a nuisance. Why? There's no energy signal. Come on, Vegeta. Wants to teleport. Get going on your own. I can fly to Herculeopolis in 5 seconds. Wait, why is he's so reluctant to do that, but like he says Herculeopolis with no question about that. Harsh. This is brilliant writing. Brilliant. Hercule's house. That's really a palace. I don't know. That's a big house there. It's a modest. What are you gonna do to Boo? I swear if you take him from me. Courtyard. Give Boo back. You fiend nappers. Okay. There's some gay. I mean, who cares? Let him go. I mean, Boo. I mean, let's see what happens. You can't kill him. They must know who he is. Some sort of galactic patrollers. Interesting. This is getting interesting now. No choice. This counts as self-defense. Shink. Eat this. Bang. Wow. You might kill him right here. Yo, look at this dude. This is the berries and cream guy. It teleports it, or is it that fast? Wait, was that on his belt? I don't know. Pew. Boom. What's going on here? What is he saying? Hercule, as I just explained, we are... Wait, what happened? Am I reading this wrong? I don't get what happened there. Goku, it's you! What are you people up to? What are you people up to? And what do you want with Boo? Oh, what do you want with Boo? You're definitely bad guys, right? Vegeta gets there at the same time. What's the point of even doing it? Unless he raced there, like, extremely fast. Vegeta 2! I'll say it for him. It wasn't written there, but... Goku and Vegeta? The Goku and the Vegeta? And Vegeta? Please, oh please, you gotta save Boo. I'm on it. Flick. Alright. He's, no talking at all, okay. Kind of weird writing. Is that how it is? Oh, he teleports in there. They could ask, like, what's going on. Whatever, they're kidnapping them. They should have asked to take Boo first. Alright, he teleports in there. He's about to karate chop his head off. Whop. Yo, Battletoads. Whop. Smack. Smack. He's just killing everybody. It seems you leave me no choice. Click, click. Wow, he's about to kill Goku, man. Yo, Goku looks good right there. Some martial arts stuff. Huh? Zap. Ah. Wow. Oh. Yo, he dead. What the frick? Huh? Hey, Kakarot. Kakarot. Kakaroto. Wow, this is terrible. Must be fast. That happens in Dragon Ball all the time. They get overpowered by like a rock in the beginning. I'm sorry, but you're taking a short nap too. Huh? Nani? Zap. Goku, Vegeta. Swap. Carry these two onto the spaceship as well. Yes, sir. They will aid our cause. I'll explain everything to them back at HQ. Wow, Galactic Patrol. What can you say about him? Who's talking? Okay, it's him. Jaco. Yo, Goku. Hey, I'm talking to you. Huh? Wake up, Goku. He's the new Krillin. Ow, what was I doing? Sleeping like a baby. Our stun guns pack a punch, huh? Oh, it's you, Jacko. It's Jackoff. Not sure why he brought you two when Majin Buu would have been enough. Huh? Brought where? Are we? Brought? Where are we? Walmart. Is that the page 97, 98? Okay. This is HQ for our super elite organization, the Galactic Patrol. Galactic Patrol, you say? Galactic Patrol, you say? Man, my Vegeta voice is terrible. I apologize for getting rough with you. What's this? You didn't seem to be in any mood to listen to reason, so I shot you. So who are you? Who are you guys? Yo, is that Iron Man? As our number one elite agent, Mirrors here, manages 104 sectors. That's a few more than even. This is incredible. Oh, how many sectors do you manage, Jacko? 3. If he's so elite, what does he need from Buu? Right. Due to our negligence, a dastardly criminal has broken out of galactic prison. To recapture this villain, we require assistance from a certain individual. And who's that? Spit it out already. Someone who slumbers within your Majin Buu. The great Lord of Lords. Yo, that's awesome, actually. They're gonna bring him back. What about the other guys that are inside Buu? Are they not inside Buu anymore? What happened to them? What's this about? Huh? Sorry, but there's no room in this book to show our epic battle. See ya, Broly. Okay. That's actually funny. Dragon Ball Super. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal. Chapter 43. Joining the Galactic Patrol. Whoosh. 10 million years ago. Something happened. Oh, that's that guy. He's down there with the other guys. What are these poo-poos landing? Okay. Let's see what this guy did. How long ago was this? 10 million. Wow. That's weird because the Earth was only existed for 2,020 years. What's going on here? No, I'm kidding. Am I? Hold on, let me make sure that I'm alive. Okay. Yep, I am alive. Yep, indeed. Alright, so he's like... Wow, he's so amazing. He just dodged that. Okay. Oh, ow! More incoming! Wow, what a leader. Great Lord of Lords, son of a... That's a lot of fiber. He's holding it with telekinesis. Telekinesis energy. Foosh. Okay. The meteors. Phew, that was close. Unbelievable, attacking us with actual comets? Okay, someone's attacking them. Oh, Moro. I know his name. It's about to get real right now. Moro. The goat. He's literally the goat. Okay. Alright. 104. Meteor hurler. The rats are dead. Oh my god, he burned this rat. This, whatever this is, this bunny rabbit, dead. Wow, took all the life from him, it seems, like sucked his energy out of him. Like the anti-spirit bomb. I already know his power. He takes energy from things faster than the spirit bomb, but like without like worrying about not killing them. So he kills everything. He takes as much energy as he needs from everything, it seems. I could be wrong. I'm calling it right now. Or it could be just something I read but I forgot about, and it's in my subconscious. Boom. The whole earth, the whole planet is weird. Yeah, it's all collecting in this thing. He's holding it. He destroyed another planet? He's worse than Beerus. Let's see. He's the destroyer? Or what's going on? Maybe he's the old destroyer and he's tried to capture the Supreme Kai because he didn't want to be held by his power. I don't know. Let's just read it and find out. It looks like the Ozaru little chomp. He ate it. He ate it. Is he absorbing the planet's life energy that way? Flash. Gazz. What's going on there? That's him. It's emanating from him. Oh, he used Thunder Shock. It was a shock. Thunder. Shoom. Crack. What else happens? Alright, so we're like almost halfway through the book here. Yeah, we're halfway. He's holding up his hands. Absurd. Absurd. I think he just even got even stronger. Damn it. We can't win. Wait, why is he smiling? We can't win. Meanwhile, someone's looking at him. What the heck going on over there? Planet Eater Moro. He's been charged with the destruction of the Iragi star system and bringing about mass extinction on 320 planets. The Galactic Police, predecessor to the Galactic Patrol. They were defunded. This villain is as mighty as they say. Yes, a terrifying foe indeed. In all honesty, there's nothing we can do. Let's leave this to the Lord of Lords and keep an eye on things. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's him saying that. Let's leave this to the Lord. Yeah. Okay. Maybe from a little farther away. Okay, that's why they were fired. Those guys are some help. Powerless. Trump. What's he doing there? He landed? If his power grows any further, we'll be helpless to resist. If only we could do something about his magic. Get Bobbity. I've got no choice. I'll use I'll use up my god power to steal his magic. Huh? Does such a technique exist? I created it. I have a feeling it might come in handy one day. It's far too dangerous to teach to anyone else. Wait, what's he doing? My god power to steal his magic. Okay. So he's a magician. Vroom. Great Lord of Lords, you mustn't put so much of your strength into it. KK Matoro! Pew! Wow. Oh, so why are they even showing this flashback? He should die from this. Zap! So he got hit with that. And so the great Lord of Lords gave up most of his godly power in order to seal away Moro's magic. You Galactic Police boys can handle it from... Wait, who's saying that? You Galactic Police boys can handle it from here. Yes, sir. Clack. Unable to fight back, Moro was locked away in the galactic prison. Well... Wait, who's saying this? Wait, I think he was saying that the whole time, narrating. Well, Moro was still a capable fighter even without magic. So, he was sentenced to death. Unfortunately, nobody could actually kill him, so he was instead given life imprisonment. And this Moro is still alive after 10 million years? Yes. Whoa, this guy's old. Oh, this guy's old. So he managed to escape, huh? Correct. It's likely that Moro has regained his magic. So, I've required the great Lord of Lords' power to capture this criminal once again. Okay. Okay. What does any of this have to do with Boo? Alright, Vegeta, he's just being dumb. Oh wait, he didn't know that. Did he not know that? I guess so. He didn't know. He didn't watch the anime. 5 million years after Moro's capture, the Great Lord of Lords was absorbed by Majin Buu. True. Oh, did you know that, Vegeta? No. Our only hope is to somehow extract the Great Lord of Lords' ability from within Majin Buu, or so we hope. Does he really possess that power? I don't know who's talking there. Whatever your plan is, it wasn't our stun gun that put Boo down. He was asleep. There's a fly there. He was sleeping to start with, right? It could be days before he awakens, by the way. Okay. Hello, rise and shine. Brr. Grip. Toss. Talk about tossing and turning. Oh god. That's pretty good actually. Mumble mumble. And nothing will wake him up? And nothing will wake him up. Up? That's just kind of the guy he is. What if he uses Super Saiyan God? I don't know who's talking. That is a problem. Still, we haven't actually asserted Moro's location yet, so we're on standby. Oh, I know about we. Oh, I know. How about we help you catch this guy? Yes, if that's not too much to ask. Oh. We're happy to. Sounds fun, right, Vegeta? Yes. First they drag us here, now they ask for us a favor? Rumors of you two have reached us. You're supposedly quite powerful. I don't know about that, since there's still stronger people out there in the universes. We've even ran into another Saiyan recently. Oh, do tell. This Mirus. Wait, who the hell is he talking about? I couldn't read his chi, but he's far from weak. He didn't just exploit an opening, he was agile enough to get on the drop on us in an instant. That speaks to his skill. Vegeta just randomly, like, leveling up. I'll be useful now. Okay, back to this. If you come this way, the Galactic King is waiting to hold the induction ceremony. Galactic King? Who's that? Fool! He was there when you fought Universe 6. Oh, that octopus-looking guy. I am no octopus. Octopus. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. What are you, old friends? Know your place. What are you, old friends? Know your place. As I've mentioned before, that's not a tentacle. As I mentioned before, that's not a tentacle. Alright, I gotta work on who's saying what. This induction concerns Son Goku, also known as Kakarot, and Vegeta Fourth. The Fourth? What? The Fourth? You two are hereby appointed as special members of the Galactic Patrol. Your tenure lasts until the escaped prisoner Moro is recaptured. You will be immediately dismissed if you are found abusing your authority. Examples of abuse would include cutting in line to buy a parfait claiming relevance to an investigation. Flaunting the Galactic Patrol symbol in order to hit on girls. Check it out, Goku, Vegeta. We've got official uniforms for you two. I don't want to wear that. What? This uniform is the pride and joy of the Galactic Patrol. Plus, the design's super cool. Mondo cool, really. No thanks, looks hard to move around in. We won't force you, but the rules do state that you need to bear our symbol. Letting this once-in-a-lifetime chance pass by? You two are idiots. Bugger. It's kind of embarrassing. They should have wore it. Anyway, congrats on your induction. Your Galactic Patrol Superior. As your Galactic Patrol Superior, I'll be showing you the ropes. First, our victory pose goes like this. Can we skip the poses? No. Then like this. What's all the commotion? What's going on? Agent Miris. It seems the Makari siblings have stolen something again. Again? They never seem to learn. Who? What? They're a bunch of punks who always out there violating galactic law. Very well. We still have some time, so I'll go and resolve this myself. Nice. Nothing to fear if you're on the scene, Miris. What? You're going somewhere? Pardon me, but I'll be back shortly. Please just wait here in the meantime. I'm going as well. Huh? I want to see what you're made of. I want to see your insides. Gotcha. Oh, good thinking. I'll come too. As you wish. Why'd you decide to come, Jacko? I'm in charge of overseeing Earth and its life forms, which means you gotta monitor you two. Vegeta's like, yo, what up, though? Yo, where the room service at? Minecarts. Planet Jung. Ah, Planet Jung. Fish, fish, fish. There's fish and there's minecarts. This is Minecraft world. Stop in the name of the law. It's like a bunch of dogs. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Wah! Someone's shooting them? Hehehe. Katunk, katunk. That was the last of them, big bro. Oh, the mounted forces didn't put up much of a fight. Oh, the mounted forces? Wait. Oh, the mounted forces didn't put up much of a fight. Once we sell off this cargo, we'll be rolling in dough. Keep still, you. Ka-tunk, ka-tunk. Whoosh. Okay, okay. Big bro, look! The Galactic Patrol should have known. I'll shoot them out of the sky. Keep a close eye on those hostages, Getty. Spaghetti? Yep. Vroom, boom. Okay. Open the doors. Whoosh, glint, glint. So they're after Blue Aurum. They're after Blue Aurum. And what's Blue Aurum? A fuel source for all sorts of machines. Like how on Earth you've got sky gold, I guess. Sky gold? Oh, is it worth a lot? It's pretty valuable, yeah, but it's really bad if criminals get their mitts on it. Whip, he jumps down. Onto the thingies. Oh wait, whoops. With as much they've got down there, they could build a planet-busting bomb. Yikes, that does sound bad. True. Stealing a whole train's worth of Blue Aurum. This is their most audacious caper yet. Pew! Huh? Who? He dodged it. Who's that guy? Oh yeah. Revolvers. If it ain't Miris, it's been too long, friend. Pasta. Pasta Luigi. Pasta la vista. I'm not punching out today until you three are locked up in Galactic Prison. Twitch. Okay, he's gonna draw. Whoa there, that was just me saying hi. I'd never actually go toe-to-toe with you. Then throw down your firearm, you. Oh yeah, left. Sure. Glance. The signs. He looks at the signs. Foom tap. Hurry up. Fine. Whoops. Huh? It goes in between it. Ding, ding. Snap. Flash. He activates some sort of trigger. Trap card in the revolver he put in there. Kaboom. Damn. Ah. Clunk. Vegeta's just chilling. Leaning. That's awesome. Penne, our friends changing tracks. You got it. Vroom. Okay, she has Elastigirl powers. Wow, really? She does. She turns that. Changes the direction. It's like they can't fly. Kalunk. Rip. Blam. Kabloom. Kaboom. He destroyed the tracks. That's terrible. It's like a western. Huh. That jerk. That was shady. That jerk. Is that how you say it? Clum. See ya, Miris. Now you go... Oh, wait, I think it... left to right? Now you go Bloom along with that Blue Aurum. See ya, Miris. I don't know. Zoom. He activates jet boots. Spider-Man scene. Okay, he stops it. No problem. Agent Jacko. Requesting retrieval of the Blue Aurum. I'll head them off at the tunnel's exit. Darn. Darn. Whoosh. Guess that's how these Galactic Patrol guys fly around. But he is not amused. Now he is. Miris is gone. Huh? What happened to him? Oh, he's Oh, he's already over there. What? He's real fast. He's fast. Whoosh. They already made their getaway. What? Who's this guy?
Probably in that spaceship.
Oh no. The cargo's gone too. The Blue Arum. Kashroom. Well.
Ha ha ha. See you later, galactic morons. Rattle.
Oh.
What the heck? What the heck?
Wait, I forgot how he sounds. What the heck? Who are you?
Who are you?
You're not getting away.
You're not getting away.
He's with the Galactic Patrol. He could fly, no fair. He could fly, no fair. I don't know who's talking. Hey, Miris, I caught the bad guys. I appreciate the assist. What's that? Maybe a remote or their fuel. Maybe he took something off so they can't fly away. Vegeta doesn't care. Yep. Took the things off the jets. He'd already tampered with their spaceship, ensuring they wouldn't get far. So even if Kakarot hadn't caught them, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. Stopping the train took priority because he wanted to save the conductors. So how'd he have the time to sabotage their ship? Damn it, sure. I somehow missed that. He has the power to stop time. Calling it right now. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style. Oh god, there's a lot of pages left. Oh. Who's leaving? Oh, they're arrested. Ha ha ha. Who's this? Ha ha ha. This is what happens when you tangle with us elites. Us elites. You didn't really do anything though. You could have saved the day even quicker, couldn't you? You're hiding your power, right? My eyes don't lie. Hardly. Yes, I wanted their spaceship too, so I let them flounder a bit longer. But hiding my power? No. I suppose you aren't capable of capturing this Moro on your own, then? I'm afraid not. I may be number 1 in the Galactic Patrol, but Moro is in another league altogether. League. Why don't you brag a little while you're at it? Moro's power knows no limits. What? You mean he's getting stronger and stronger? Yes. So if we don't capture him soon, things will go from bad to worse. What? Beep beep. Okay. A report from where? A report from another squad. Kusaya squad was out scouting and they got a lock on Moro's location. Moro's location? Huh. Nice. About time. Passing through sector KT-40. He didn't get as far as I expected. Which way is that? Like which direction? That way. Okay, let me do a search of my own. What's that mean? He can maybe sense the criminal's chi if he knows where to look. Oh, he looks old as hell. Ah! I think he knows you can see him. He's old, man. That's kind of depressing. It's been a couple million years, though. That's awesome. They're arrested. Some sort of electricity handcuffs. Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 44, Escaped Prisoner Moro. Ah. What is it, Kakarot? Kakaroto! Did you find Moro's chi? Let me try. Apparently he has that ability. Vegeta, don't! He could sense that I was searching for him. Nani? How could that be? I don't know, it's like nothing I've ever felt before. To think he could do that. Well, what else could you sense? Was it a massive chi signature? No, not quite. More like God chi then? No. His chi itself wasn't that huge, but it was terrifying. I've never felt anything like it. It was as if a whole lot of people were screaming in pain. Spirit Bomb. He absorbs their souls like, it's like the Namekian Spirit Bomb or something. He absorbs everyone, but like, he takes their essence. Yikes, that's a spooky way to describe it. Moro is known for absorbing the life force of planets and turning it into his own power. In that sense, his very energy is a mass of slaughtered souls. Dark Soul. What the? Wait, how's Vegeta say that? What the? Whatever. That also explains how he's lived so long. How many people has he killed? It's more like entire planets. Far too many to count. I think Jacko's saying that. It's like more like planets. Or maybe it doesn't make sense why Jacko would say that. But it's pointing to him. It sounds like bad news. I have no idea who's saying that. It's probably Goku. That's an idea. Alright. Zoosh. Boom. I'm pretty interested in this. I don't know. Last time I read a manga was JoJo. And like that's the only manga I've read. So, and this made me read it. Dragon Ball is the second manga to make me read it because I'm actually interested in it. I didn't think I'd be here, but here I am. Wait, where is this guy? He might be like Lord Slug, like he's old at first, but then he's gonna become stronger later, like young. What is it? Someone is... How should he sound? Someone is seeking me. Really? Has the Galactic Patrol found us already? Patrol found us already? In my time away, life has managed to grow and spread throughout this universe. No, he's not yelling. He's not yelling. In my time away, life has managed to grow and spread throughout this universe. True enough. You've been locked up for 10 million years, remember? You okay? Scanning alone has taken me to my limit. My magical abilities are in a pathetic state. Well, we're almost to our destination. Just hang tight a little longer. Indeed. I can hardly wait. Right, I'll speed it up. Who the heck's his friend? Indeed. So where exactly is Moro headed then? Horror, isn't it? Moro is headed then. There are no planets with life in that direction. What do you think he wants? Oh, what do you think he wants? Huh? No. Wait. I've been out that way before. What? The instant transmission people. Maybe he wants to learn that power. Or learn their magic. What? When? What's over there? Pretty sure it's when I went to see Dende. Dende? So it's the planet the Namekians moved to? Okay, so he's gonna wish to be young. Like Slug. Probably. Start talking. I thought their whole race got wiped out when Namek blew up. Nope, we managed to save them all. But for their own safety, nobody's supposed to know where they're living. Now that Moro's magic has returned, he's likely capable of scanning for planets with life. And if the Namekians are truly alive, then Moro's goal must be... I hear those Namek folks got some wish-granting balls. Huh? Wish-granting balls? You mean the Dragon Balls? Hey, start talking. How did you know about the Dragon Balls? I forgot how he sounded. Back when I was doing hard time in Galactic Prison, one of my fellow prisoners was a deserter from Frieza's army, see? He told me a tale or two. The guy said that Frieza himself once went to Namek looking for these balls. These nuts. More Frieza's dregs just flapping their gums and stirring up trouble. Now I ain't interested unless there's profits to be made, so I didn't pay this tale much mind. But your reaction just now, cop, that tells me it's all true, ain't it? Whoops. Aw, come on, Jacko. This former goon of Frieza's was looking for someone strong to help him find these balls. So odds are word got around to the strongest, baddest guy in prison, Moro. This is bad. Meaning Moro is after the Namekian Dragon Balls? There's a high probability, yes. What do you think Moro would wish for, though? If I were him, I'd wish for the Galactic Patrol to bite the dust. Bam, no questions asked. A 10 million year grudge is quite the force to be reckoned with. Oh, shut up, bad guy. You three are getting locked up in Galactic Prison and we're losing the key. Beep. Slam. This is far worse than we imagined. Just teleport there. Just blow up the planet. Whoosh. It was my good fortune to have even an ounce of magic returned to me before my life expired. You got some of your magic back a few years ago, right? Indeed. It allowed me to break free of that wretched cage. You broke me out there too. Thanks for that. Maybe because Boo died and like an essence of magic was released that held him or something? Glare. You really did me a favor. Uh-oh. I still need to ascertain the veracity of your tale. Sure, yeah, I get it. Fly! Oh, he's dead. He died on Moro's face. Rest in peace. Do these Dragon Balls really possess such power? Yup. They'll grant any wish you could think up. 3 wishes even. 3 wishes even. Good. But Moro, you promised I could use one of the wishes to escape to a planet where the Galactic Patrol and Frieza's army will never find me, right? Yes, of course. 1 wish alone is plenty for my desires. And once mine is fulfilled, I'll no longer require your services. Phew. Sounds great. Thanks. Wow. Moro. What a guy. He wants what we all want. New Planet Namek. The new Planet Namek village. The new Planet Namek house. The new Planet Namek Dragon Ball. The new Planet Namek Dragon Ball stand. It is thanks to the protection of the gods that we may live in peace. We mustn't forget to be grateful. And this peace must be guarded at all costs. Oh, you fools. I mean, yeah, I lost another round. I lost another round. No, that was a good game. We're doors open. Go and play now. Time for hide and seek. Phew. Huh? Oh, they're already there. Who's there first? Probably Moro. What is it? Oh, Elder. See that up there? It looks like a spaceship. What do we do? He's gonna touch down. Oh, crap. He's gonna touch down on New Namek any minute now. We can't simply wait around for Boo to wake up. Whatever we do, we already know. He already knows to expect. Oh, whatever we do, he already knows to expect me, right? Might as well go right now. Yes, I'd like to get a look at this villain with my own eyes. Go? How exactly? Even in this spaceship, we couldn't hope to arrive before Moro. I've got my instant teleportation. They mustn't. Oh no. Confronting Moro now is far too dangerous. They're gone. What the? Oh wait, no. Then he says that. Well, after he knows they're gone. They mustn't. Okay. But what else would happen? I think they should. They must. They mustard. As soon as they look up, what's that planet? What is that? Is that the door? Like a building? Huh? Who is this now? Hiya, remember me? Oh, Son Goku. It's wonderful to see you in good health. Yep, I'm doing good, thanks. Look, Kakarot. Kakaroto! Huh? He's already here. He's already here. Right. What's going on here? The one seeking me earlier has come to this planet. Huh? I don't know how he crossed such a distance, but it would seem he's here to apprehend me. Darn, Galactic Patrol. They obviously don't value their lives if they're itching to tangle with you, Moro. He fell? He's old guy. This is cool, though. I wonder what's going to happen. This one has spectacular energy. Oh, he's going to take it. Oh, no. A prison escapee, and this fearsome fellow is headed our way? That's right. So you guys need to grab the Dragon Balls and run far away. Very well. When you're dead again. Hurry, everyone. Oh. Don't get that pottery. That's the toilet bowl, probably. You're right. His chi is ominous. Yeah. But not particularly battle-worthy. Is this truly the monster Mirus warned us of? Hard to say, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Werp. The entrance. The first meeting. Yo, what up? Huh? He's like an old man. Why, it's nothing but a feeble old man. Makes sense given how long he's lived. My first breath of fresh air in 10 million years. As though I'm born again. Is that Vegeta? Why is he here? Oh, he knows him. Hey, I'm guessing you're... Wait, who's saying that? Hey, I'm guessing you're Moro, right? We hear you've done some nasty things. He knows Vegeta. Uh-oh. So how about you turn around and go right back to prison? Okay. Oh no. Huh? Help me! Nani! Grips his neck. Uh-oh. Oh no! Who's saying this? What's your scheme? Let him go. Worry not, this one is merely food. Wait! Where's Eska? Has anyone seen Eska? Has anyone seen these? Ligma! Ah! Cut that out! Smack! Vegeta kicks his arm. Vegeta got there first. What's going on here? That's awesome, though. Love the artwork. Oh! Vegeta got there first. He's not messing around. He saved a Namekian. Wow. You know, Vegeta definitely has become a good guy. For sure. That's not really a question. Eska! Alright, Vegeta, let him go. What's going on here? Oh, he's letting him go. He moved up. He got back up fast, I think. Elder, are you okay? Hey, I don't know who's saying that. You would dare interrupt my long-awaited meal? I have troubled history with these Namekians. I did them untold harm. So, no, I can't allow even one more of them to perish. And they are most certainly not your food. Kakarot, let me take this one. Sure, but we still don't know much about his power, so be careful. True. That's true. Oh, here we go. They say you use magic. Just try it. You believe you can apprehend me? Your ignorance runs deep. He dashes. Zoosh. Missed. Okay, he's going for a left punch. I don't know what happened there. He could just be hitting air or just his cloak. Take this! Zoosh. I think he dodged it. He might have, or he got hit. He could have backflipped it. He chases after him into the ship, or onto the ship. He moves like a, I don't know, spider. Huh? Vegeta jumps on the glass. Oh, he sees that Vegeta has the insignia on his armor. He went and joined the Galactic Patrol? Wow, this is incredible. Shroomp. What's he doing there? Whoa! Gravity increase. Slam. Whoa! Okay, he has like the Force. He's Darth Vader. Whoosh. Zoom. You putting him to a Zoom call. That's gotta be awkward for him. Crash. Oh. Okay, but alright, he crashed him to a rock. Special powers, huh? Huh? Boom. Yeah, I'm back. Oh, is he Super Saiyan God right now? Shall we continue? Doesn't affect him, it seems. Oh, he dodged it, I think. He went to the side. Huh? He's dodging everything. Oh yeah, Moro's doing the arm thing. He's like, and he's like, and then he goes above him. Oh, that's awesome. Great artwork. He blocks. Moro's getting ready to block. Bam! Right into his arms. Grab! Up, he kicked his face. Upper kick. Oh, Moro's. He's amazed. He's like, oh my god. I never thought in a million years. That's why it's been 10 million, Moro. Oh! Oh! Are you the goat? Psh, he went backwards. Alright. I was curious to see for myself what sort of beast could terrify the Galactic Patrol. How disappointing. He cracks a tree. Wow, that's now he's got to be scared. It's going towards him. He shoots the tree. He does more of that. It's like the meteor thing. He blows them all with one swish of his hand. Moro's not satisfied with that. We've come up against plenty of bizarre powers in our fights, so this is nothing new. True. That's oh, he took off his clothes. That's Ginyu Force style with the tree spikes. Goldo. What should we do? Should we go to New Namek 2? Wow, the Galactic Patrol is useless. No, let's head back to HQ. Majin Buu's aid is indispensable. Oh, true. But Agent Miras, there's a decent chance they've already taken down Moro. Those two are strong, a teeny weeny bit stronger than me even. Even so, it's very unlikely they will win. He takes off his garb. You hope to witness my magic. As you wish, then. Okay, he's got like baggy pants. The strongest enemies wear baggy pants. That's just what I'm learning here. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. Nice. You're reading the wrong way. Okay, that's not good. All right, let's see how you read. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm glad I finished it. See, you don't have to read the whole thing to know the differences, but I'll read the whole thing some other time. But I just want to continue on where I left off, and so far I'm really satisfied with that. That took me about an hour to read that. And I started from like halfway, so that's cool. GG's. That's a G right there. That's a G and a G. 2 G's right there. I'm gonna get the other book now. We can continue.